Hello and welcome to today's session. This session focuses on learning outcome for produce written reports. In this video, we will explore how chemistry experiments help us understand key chemical concepts. You will learn how to conduct experiments safely, collect accurate data, and analyze results. We will also examine how separation techniques, reaction rates, and neutralization principles are investigated and evaluated, and how these findings can be effectively presented in written reports. The aim was to separate dyes in an ink sample using paper chromatography. The hypothesis suggested multiple spots would form if the ink contained more than one dye. Different solubilities and attractions to the paper would cause separation. The experiment involved spotting ink on paper and using a solvent. Results showed distinct spots, confirming the hypothesis. This experiment investigated how hydrochloric acid concentration affects reaction rate with magnesium. The hypothesis predicted faster reactions with higher acid concentrations. This was due to more frequent collisions between reactant particles. The experiment involved reacting fixed magnesium pieces with varying acid concentrations. Results confirmed the hypothesis, showing faster rates with increased concentration. The goal was to produce crystals from a salt solution via evaporation and cooling. The hypothesis stated that evaporating water would lead to crystal formation. This occurs as the solution becomes saturated and excess solute crystallizes. The method involved heating the solution and allowing it to cool. Crystals formed as expected, supporting the hypothesis. The aim was to compare pH changes when weak acids react with strong bases and vice versa. The hypothesis predicted different equivalence points based on acid and base strength. Weak acid and strong base would have an equivalence point above pH 7. Strong acid and weak base would have it below pH 7. Results supported the hypothesis, showing expected pH changes. Safety was paramount, with appropriate PPE used in all experiments. Main hazards included acid and alkali irritation and hydrogen gas flammability. Controls involved wearing goggles and gloves and careful handling of materials. Heat sources were used safely to prevent burns. Awareness of glassware breakage risk was maintained throughout. Each experiment used specific apparatus and methods for accurate results. Chromatography involved spotting ink on paper and using a solvent. Reaction rate experiments measured time for magnesium to react with acid. Crystallization required heating and cooling a salt solution. pH changes were recorded by adding base to acid and measuring pH. Data was systematically recorded in tables and graphs. Chromatography results showed RUF values for each dye spot. Reaction rates were calculated and graphed against concentration. Crystallization results included observations of crystal formation. pH changes were plotted to show equivalence points for different acid-base combinations. Analysis revealed patterns consistent with chemical theories. Higher acid concentration led to faster reaction rates, supporting collision theory. Chromatography confirmed the ink was a mixture, with distinct RUF values. Crystallization showed solubility principles as crystals formed. pH curves highlighted differences in neutralization based on acid and base strength. Experiments confirmed key chemical concepts. Chromatography effectively separated ink into components. Increasing acid concentration increased reaction rates. Crystallization occurred as expected when solutions became saturated. Neutralization pH curves varied, confirming differences in acid and base strengths. Accuracy was influenced by measurement techniques such as timing and pH stabilization. Reliability was enhanced through repeated trials and mean values. Validity depended on controlled variables like volume and temperature. Improvements included using a gas syringe and calibrating pH probes. Adjustments in spotting and base addition could enhance results. The report followed established conventions for data presentation. It included an abstract summarizing key findings and methodologies. Data was systematically recorded in tables with units and calculations. Graphs illustrated trends and supported conclusions. The report demonstrated the experiment's consistency with chemical theory. For more detailed insights, refer to ebooks and journals available on Moodle. Additional resources include practical sheets and virtual labs. These materials provide deeper understanding of the experiments and their outcomes. Queries can be addressed via provided email contacts. Assignments should be submitted within the specified time frame. References include educational resources and practical handbooks. These sources provide guidance on experimental procedures and safety. They include publications from AQA and Benton Park School. Online resources like Chem Collective offer virtual lab experiences. References ensure accurate and reliable information for conducting experiments. This resource was created by UKversity Online. It includes third-party materials where specified. The UKversity Online name and logos are trademarks. All reproductions must comply with licensing terms. This ensures the integrity and proper use of educational resources. Conclusion: this exploration provides a comprehensive understanding of the topic, serving as a foundation for future scientific endeavors. By approaching chemistry with curiosity and precision, learners can continue to expand their knowledge and contribute meaningfully to the field. Feel free to send a WhatsApp message to 074-8436-1688 if you need assistance. Our team is here to help. Thank you for your attention, and we'll see you next time.